different sales position.
It's week 1 of the National Football League, where we'll see 2 of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Rams and the Bears, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from Chicago. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Where offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
The Rams get to him, and he's dropped. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out to one of the game's all-time leading passers, the top pick back in 2009. Still going strong, it's Matthew Stafford.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, or how you start, can have a massive impact on how things play out.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Going to the ground again on first. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackle made on the play by Dietrich Wise. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another run for Williams. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a first down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And it sets up second down. Give to Williams from the gun. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Jalen Johnson with the stop. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be third down. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing to Stafford on third. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. And he will take this in, touchdown! The Rams have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Throwing here, Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. They go play action on first. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll run now on second down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Darnold now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Tory Taylor on to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Stafford to throw again on second. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Stafford from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Straight ahead with Williams. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now, Stafford. The Bears close it in, and they'll get him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
These defensive backs today, Kate, I am telling you, they're some of the world's greatest athletes. Not only do they have to cover elite speed, not only do they have to have ball awareness and go get it, they're asked now in today's game to get home and blitz and bring quarterbacks down. That is an outstanding play from the secondary.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Darnold. Finds his target, Allen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Now an inside give to Johnson. He finds space for a few yards that time. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming. Now Darnold. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams will take possession. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And now they face 2nd down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. They just get the play off. That one complete to Higbee. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. To throw, Stafford. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it. He's at the 30. The 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears tie it up as he nails his 1st try of the season. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Out come the Rams on offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. After the pick, Stafford back to the air. That's complete. Nacua on the left side. He's got a gain of 6 there. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Up the gut they go with Williams. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. He completes it in traffic. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's a pickup of 9. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Stafford now on 1st down. That's taken in by Kupp. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Dump off caught by his back. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The Rams are set to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen on the catch. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
No return on that punt. And the Rams have their work cut out for them on this drive. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Gets out of trouble. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be Bears football. This might be a free play for him. Able to get it to Moore. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field.
Offside, defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, Those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Back to the well again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Darnold looking to throw. His pass caught by Allen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing here, Darnold. Throw left side, complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Here's Darnold to throw. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Carney's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Rams headed out to the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford. Able to find Nakua here. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. It's the Rams, who have 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That's caught for the 1st. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. On 1st down, here's Stafford. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He gets this one to Nakua. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Throw reeled in by Whittington. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. Stafford from the gun. His pass caught by Nakua. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Stafford again. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but
Previous
the
play
replay
is
official
under
wants to
review.
take another look at this on their own. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. Throwing now on first down, Stafford. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Stafford to throw again on second. Catch is made in close. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Throwing now, Stafford. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
They motion the tight end over. 3rd and goal, it's Stafford. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Slide's kick is up and good. And it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
A final throw before the break. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And this, a 10-point game as they've reached halftime. Jonathan Brooks, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check in on the Commanders at home in Landover. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Antonio Gibson with a couple of touchdowns there. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Throw complete to Williams. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
On second down, a run with Williams. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Stafford back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down for a loss. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Motioning the tight end now. Shotgun snap to Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Another throw coming on 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. That's complete. Here's Scott. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like